figured I'd quit waiting for the stars and planets to align for me to be able to do a video and just do a video, because why not? It's a Tuesday. Anything goes. So I thought I'd mess with some air dry clay. Now I've got this kind, I believe I got it at Joann's because that's kind of my only source of craft supplies. And I wish we had another choice, but nothing close by. So I've never heard of this Actiba. Isn't that a yogurt? It says it's the strongest air dry clay sold, accepts multiple finishes, which I'm a fan, and low shrinkage. We won't comment. And it will dry white, and there's nothing to say. It's made in Spain, but there's no ingredient list. I'm guessing it's clay. What's your first clue, Brenda? Anyway, I thought, and there's so much you can do with clay. If you do clay, it's probably going to be super lame for you, but I don't know, just had a wild hair, and this is what I wanted to do. So if you want to watch it, that'd be great. If not, maybe you'll watch the next video. So I have a lot of glass around because I make stained glass and I make glass jewelry and things. And I thought it'd be cool to make like edging around the glass and put wire in, and then I could hang it for some catcher to put together with some little beads and things that I'm going to harvest from the lovelies that Tina from Pretty Mysteries availed of me. So I'm excited about that. I've got some little stamps to maybe put some texture on those. Got some failed cabochons. I mean that's a little big for a ring, huh? Maybe not. But it's got this little air bubble in the back, so and then it's a little janky, so you can use stones that you get at the Dollar Tree, like these, or wherever else fine stones are sold. This is another, I don't know what I put in there. I think it's dirt. Not quite sure. It was an experiment, and I don't know what it is. It's kind of gross, but it could be mica powder. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Got some wires, wire toolage, 75-year-old X-Acto knife. Oh, this is mica. This is mica included in there. And for the flat ones, I thought I'll make a border and then put something in here, like an image or something with resin. But I'll do that after this all dries. So I think this will be part one of whatever kind of, I don't know what's going to happen. So, this is 3.3 pounds of Spanish clay. Talk nice. It seems like it's got a little muscle behind it, so. Okay, I've got a plastic bag at the ready. I'm working on a piece of finger paint paper from the Dollar Tree. And if that seems to stick or whatever, I'm going to transfer onto a piece of notebook paper. So I'm just going to, it cuts like butter. Okay, that seems like enough. It's only about, three-quarters of an inch thick. The width of the bar, so I'm just going to put that away. I also have a little bit of water handy. Try not to make too much plastic. My friends, the little hands, cannot help with this project. They're sad, but yes. Okay, here we go. I didn't bother with like a rolling pin or, I mean, you can get in as involved. I just thought this would be just a jumping off point. And who knows? If you're seeing this, then I guess it worked out. If not, then oh. I'm doing my inner child work. This was actually my first love was clay. And then it really got out of control as my resources increased. Oops, I'm off shot. What to do first? Let's go. I don't even know. Oh, look, I could make a little girl. She's gonna have like a side ponytail. Stick with the plan. And probably if I cut that, it would look nicer, wouldn't it? Yes. I don't even know if this is gonna stick. It feels like it will stick. All right, water. Oh, that works great. That didn't. Struggle bus. I also have a toothbrush too. You put some texture on there. I don't know. This looks like it's an epic fail so far. Yes, it's a fail. Maybe I need to quit fiddling with it. Alright. I kind of like the organic look of that. Probably should put this on something else so I can move it to the side to dry, but... Ew. Let's see. Gauge is this? 20 gauge. Got some 20 gauge wire. I'm going to make a little... I think I'm going to make a little hanger. I'm optimistic I'm going to make a little hanger. Handles are trying to run away from the pliers. Okay. I'm putting it in the clay. And submerge in it. Submerge, wire. Bend to my will. If you have a toothbrush that you want to sacrifice for this, you could just use foil or something like that. Now, this is a little chunky, but I don't know. I kind of like it. It reminds me of I don't know, the sea donut. Is that a thing? No. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm going to leave that one alone because should put this back in here. I'm going to try this. Well, that's not big enough. Let's do this one. Now that the clay is a little bit dried out, it feels better. Clearly I need more. I probably should cover that up. I firmly believe that a real artist can take any material and make something spectacular. I, on the other hand, I know my limits. I'll just air quote artist next to my name. We're all artists, but I'm talking about. Is that cat hair? No. Wouldn't surprise me. I had a little friend down here the other day, and he was on the bench, and he's black and white. I used to have another black and white cat named Timmy, and he was my little art buddy. He loves machinery, he loves sewing machines, and now, what should I do with this one? That's pretty clunky, but this is an experiment, so I think I'll wet that. Dab a little off. Is it doing anything? Other than no. Oh, that's good to know. Doesn't really pick up. It's not picking that up. I think it's because it's just kind of flat. It's not like a, you know, some stamps have a kind of an edge to them. What can I do now? I wonder if this will work. Drywall tape. Wait. This might work. It's a little test tile that my child made and left for me to do whatever with, and look at that. I kind of like that. Let me see if I can. It's subtle now, but I think after these dry and then I paint them or whatever. The other thing I wanted to see was how alcohol ink did on the wet clay. So since this is ugly and kind of a monstrosity to begin with, let's just go, what would go good with that? Well, purple always does. Go with everything. Okay, got some Wild Plum alcohol ink. Let's see. I'm going to hold it up so we can see what it does. Oh, it just went on the beach glass. Yay! Alright. This ink was anxious because it hasn't been out in the world for a while, so simultaneously wash the wet ink off my sea glass while what would a project be without some kind of problem solving? Okay. Alright. What other color would be good? Should have probably thought about this ahead of time. Avalanche. Let's try. I'm going to put that down. Let's try this sailboat blue. I know, I'm annoying. I annoy myself, if that's any consolation. Well, that probably wasn't the best, but that maybe could be a happy accident. Alright, I'm going to leave that. It's sort of oozed. I'm going to let it go, see what happens. I might blot that a little bit. Wait a minute. Okay. Pretty. Cap these. I don't know what's... Is it just me? No. Yes. Okay. Where are we now in the show? Oh, that one needs wire. What am I doing? That one needs wire. Well, if you have these kind of pliers, you can cut in here. I'm just going to bend it. Gonna leave that sticking up like that because I might want to do some like after it's dry, some kind of wire work around that. Okay. Oops. We're already at 20 minutes. This will be editing. Oh, if we can twist it. I think I would probably rather do this project with polymer clay. So I might try that because the glass can go in the oven. But if you don't have glass, you could, with the air dry clay, you can use anything that it will stick to. Could use metal. I don't know if you seal it first and then put the clay on it and then seal it again, because I'm going to seal this with paint or resin, or if I want to put them outside, I think, which I might, I think I'm going to have to put resin, which would be okay. The thing I do notice about this air dry clay is maybe you can get it thinner, but I don't feel like it would be, it doesn't have stretch like polymer clay. So to get this to adhere to the glass, it seems a little bulky. I'm using this water to smooth, this cracks already forming. So I'm using the water to smooth those out. I did have college level ceramics. It's okay, you can chuckle. But that was a lifetime ago, so I'm a little bit rusty on what might work, what maybe it'll all come back to me and this will be a new thing. Or, which way do I like it? That way or that way? I like that way. Look, cat here. Okay, now that needs, I wonder if there's another test tile. Let's try that. Ooh. Oh, see, I don't like that. I don't know why it's cracked. I squished it off the clay. I'm sure after this dries that I can clean the glass first. No problemo. Rogue wire. Really. Okay. Let me put the wire in first and then think about. This is the worst video ever. Freedom of choice, people. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm not a profesh. Just, I know there's people out there like me that don't really need professional quality videos, and they just like to see other people doing stuff. Maybe it inspires them to do something too. Maybe they look at it and go, man, I could do better than that. And that's great. You do you. The reason I'm making these little jogs in the wire so they don't pull out. But I don't know which kind works the best, so I'm trying different ones each time. Get down in there. Get in there. Okay. So supposedly not much shrinkage, so hopefully that won't poke out through. If it does, it does. It's just clay. Just a clay project. Okay, now, this is kind of blah. Looking around, seeing what I can do. What have I got? Nothing too. I've got this drywall. Let's see. Does that do anything? See, it just doesn't really do much texture-y. Let's try the foil. I'm gonna make a foil noise off over here in the corner. Okay, let's see. That's kind of cool. There are no directions on this clay, so I don't know. I'm assuming that I need to cover this, maybe spray it with some water, and then cover it with plastic and allow it to dry kind of slow so it won't crack, but there's nothing. I'm looking. No, maybe you have to go online, but that's just not. It's not a reasonable request when you're in the middle of messing about. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one. See, don't necessarily need to do all of these while you watch me struggle. I'm gonna try a thinner coil. So what have you been up to? How's your summer? I'm filming this the July 6, 2021. We thought we'd all be in outer space by now when I was a kid, 2021. Like the Jetsons. Right now I'm going to do something kind of crazy. Pen. Well, I got a straw. Gotta wind it up. I gotta spray. It's a little dry. Okay. I don't like that. I don't even know what I was trying to do, but I don't like it, whatever it was. I'll just go like that. I might leave those cracks. Now, if I was wire, where would I want to go? my clock ticking? Almost like watching paint dry, but not quite. Let's see. That looks thicker over there, so let's go like that. I like these cracks. I think if you had one of those rubber dealios, but I'm gonna get paintbrush. Handle of a paintbrush. It's old. I think it was my grandmother's. Who we've talked about in previous videos, loved turquoise and orange. There you go. Did I already say I wanted to leave those cracks? Okay. I don't know how this is going to go, whether it will stay or when it dries I'll have to glue. That's kind of cool. It's like some kind of amulet. And let's see, let's do sea glass, and then if you haven't lost your will to live at this point, I appreciate it. I'll do these after we leave our meeting. Okay. Although I don't, it's really not getting all over my hands like I thought it would, which I kind of like. Ceramics would just cake your hands, and then it would just suck all the moisture out, and just it had that just gave me like a feeling. I don't really like the color of it as I'm working with it, so I hope that it does indeed dry white. There's a bunch of different air dry clays. I don't, the Amico has one. It's you can get terracotta, you can get white. Is it white or gray? I don't know. Sculpey has an air dry, but I didn't want to. I did purchase some Sculpey because I like Sculpey products, but I didn't want to confuse the issue with polymer clay, Sculpey, putting it, put it in the oven, and it just seemed like a lot of misinformation could happen, so I went stuck with this. And then there's another, was it Das? My nephew and I made a Sphinx for one of his school projects, and he's 36. Look, cat hair. He's 36, and he's brought it up recently about the Sphinx, how it rocked, and nobody else had anything as cool. I remember he came to, we went and got the stuff, he stayed overnight, we stayed up late working on the Sphinx and watched creepy movies, and I'm glad he has fond memories. This one, I think, I don't know. That might be, I wonder if I like go in the clay. I'm gonna do this. I'm making this like weird little hanger. I'm going to go in the clay and out the clay. Well, yeah, like that, kinda. You destroy the work that I just did. Okay, then make a little hook, so maybe I can hang some stuff off that. These are really less than ideal. Pliers. Okay, well that, all the time I took to make it look nice. Can you just? I'm gonna make a little fairy door house or something like that. Oh, the back looks, oh, the back is terrible. Let's just do this. Make it look like coral. It's the door to a mermaid house. Do you believe mermaids existed / exist? Let me know. And if so, if you do think they did / still do exist, were they benevolent? Or are they benevolent? Or do they lure men to the death in the sea? That's my belief, that there's the sea sirens. They weren't the Little Mermaid, you know? Just a thought. I've added a little water because this is getting a little dried out. And I want to make a couple of apparently honking beads. Okay, I've got a skewer going down through there. Now I'm going to go back through this way. Okay, there's the old paintbrush. That's a little off center. Well, what else is new? Considering who's doing the project. Let's see. There we go. If you want perfect, keep moving. Alright, now let's try. Well, let me try the straw. That surely will make. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's kind of cool. Okay. Set that aside. I'm just using up that what clay I started with just because it's a little dry, and I'm not sure about this alcohol ink one. It might be okay with shiny finish. Now, let me know in the comments below if you do things with clay. Would you try this? Have I totally made it so you don't want to? No, it's fun. This is just one idea. There are a zillion, as many ideas as there are people, and as you start making things and more ideas come, you get the download. So I just thought, well, you know what? It's going to be less than perfect, but there is no such thing as perfect. But I'm not here to make it my job. I'm just hopefully helping someone see that they can make something too. I have to tell you that I discovered YouTube videos when in a very stressful time of my life, and I don't think I'm alone, that they really help. So I hope maybe I've helped somebody. Alright, I'm gonna got this shot glass, which I don't know where it came from. I didn't get it. I'm gonna make a donut. Isn't it kind of amusing that I take such care to make a spliced joint, and then the rest of us, like, really? Okay. I don't like that. Do you like it? I don't like it. But that's the cool thing. If you don't like it, just wet your finger and smooth it out. Too bad life wasn't like that. Look, stop. I probably am supposed to slip and score, but that's something I seem to have forgotten about. Alright. Ooh, now I'm gonna just like make it a wave. I bet that opens up as it dries because I didn't do it properly. I'm gonna make it like, so that's down. Yeah, it should go. I'm gonna leave that on here to dry and hope that it comes off. But it needs a little something. I have nothing, yet everything on this table to make. Oh, look. Oh. It's a Yoda Pez. I feel it's a... Should put that right there. There we go. What you got? All right, I'm going back to the foil because I clearly have nothing exciting. I can't. I'm looking at the time on this thing. I'm like, well, time has flown because I'm actually enjoying it. So hopefully I can edit this so as not to bore you to tears. Okay, a little more water. I'm going to flatten this baby down. Make it a disc. I didn't want to do any kind of roll and pin situation. A, can't find it. B, I don't have a lot of room on this table because I have so much other, we'll call it debris. This is a cap off an air freshener. Whoops, you didn't even see any of that. It's the cap off an air freshener. And I made a donut thing. And I'm not going to put any wire in that. I'll just I'll either use ribbon or I can wrap wire around that like that. What's the back look like? Needs a little work. So if you haven't tried air dry clay, I would suggest you go right out and get some. Order it online, however you get your stuff. I don't think it's that much money or I wouldn't have it. And, you know, wherever they take coupons anymore. Use your coupon. You don't need any fancy tools as evidence. You can just use, if you don't have an X-Acto, just use a paring knife. You can get all kind of cool stuff at the Dollar Tree. You get a paring knife. If you just leave it with your clay stuff, you can get rolling pins. What else? You can get the glass, little glass bubbles. You can get some wire. It's a little thicker. They do have some thinner, I think, thinner wire. You could do rocks. They have rocks there. You can get rocks out of your yard. You could do, you could cover sticks. And, alright, I'm going in with this ruler to pry it up so I can just put it over here. Okay. I just got a little bit left. Oh, and oh, that's a cool, that's nifty. I like that. To quote my late friend Kim, that's nifty. I'm just gonna go like that. Oops, you don't even know what I'm doing. Putting the straw, making a big hole with the straw. Squeezing the out of the end there, allegedly. Okay, what can I put on that? I think I'll leave that plain and then we'll see if I can decoupage on it when it's dry. Like tissue paper, napkin, something like that. That'd be kind of cool. What do I got? Let's see. So when these are dry, I will come back and do some kind of surface treatment with them. Let's see how skinny I can get this as I shank myself. It's the no shank zone. Okay. These little bits of wire. I guess you could use paper clay, but I don't know, that's a little spendy for if it's your, if you know exactly what you're doing, which obviously I don't. I mean, you do what you want, it's your cashola, however, use what you have, or, I don't know, there's recipes online for air dry clay, if you don't want to, if you want to see if you like it. I don't know how it compares. This is pretty thin. I'm going to make a curlicue. Let's see. Alright, this is it. This is the finale, the grand finale. I think I'll hook that together there. I just wet the end of the paintbrush and hope it does what it's supposed to do. Oh, she's cracking, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. Well, I'm not a doctor, but I know one. Okay, let's see. Oh, those cracks are pretty aggressive. I'm just going to leave it. See what happens. Bung that. Okay, well, that's part one of who knows. And I hope at least if you made it this far, you're wanting to do it. And if you do, make a video, send me the link, and I'll watch it, because that'll be fun. Any questions, please leave them. I don't, try my best to answer anything. And I guess that'll be it for now. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever time of day it is. Toodaloo.